Okay, so we're going to do a movie review. Now, I did say the theatrical cut was like a 7 or 8 out of 10, I think. But I got lucky. My library had the Ultimate Edition, which has the extended R-rated cut, which was pretty sweet. Like, phew. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I just came up the steps after doing stuff downstairs, so I'm a little out of breath, but I'm all right now. So I sat through the Ultimate Edition, which is pretty disc. There we go. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I wish there's the original. I was actually surprised. Like, it was really fucking good. I know a lot of people didn't enjoy this because of how it was presented and whatnot. But here's what I discussed. This is, what, 3 years old now? 3 or 4 years old, I think. 3 to 4, I forget when it came. When did you come out? Drive me nuts. Ah, there we go, 3 years old. So, in 3 years, this is slightly matured. Remember, I have said that about movies, that some of them, if they're new and they don't go over well with an audience or critics, they take a while to mature and gain a cult following. Well, this one, it's slightly matured. It's 3 years old. What it did was it took a couple key stories. Okay, first, it took the first key story was Trinity and brought the three of them together. The second story they borrowed from was Dark Knight Returns with, Batman fighting Superman. That's why it's Batman versus Superman. The third one they borrowed from was, obviously the death of Superman, where he gets killed by Doomsday. And the way they brought them together, that took a lot of balls to do that. People were pissed because they didn't like that. When I first saw this in theaters, not knowing what to expect, I still enjoyed the hell of it. This I give an 8.2 out of 10 because this was fucking good, based on the R-rated cut. I do want to see the Snyder cut that's 4 hours long, I think. Shit, I'd sit through 4 hours. Hell yeah. So, it took a lot of balls to take, those key stories and events and bring them together into one film and, aim it at kids. Because that takes a lot of, depth to do, because people also said it was too dark. Now, if you watch the Ultimate Edition of this, it is dark. I mean, it is really dark. Because it plays out just like a DC Comics novel. That's what I look for when I watch, any kind of comic book film, depending on what it is. If it's Marvel, if it's DC, or whatever the hell it is. I watch it and see if it plays out like a comic. And if it does, good. I like that shit. That makes me very happy. This made me really happy because this panned out really good. The only thing I had issue with is that there wasn't a lot of backstory on Wonder Woman or Diana Prince, or there wasn't a whole lot of background on her. A lot of people said Jesse Eisenberg wasn't a good Lex Luthor. Here's why he is a good Lex Luthor. Okay, this is something that I could completely went over my head after watching it the first time. He's his father's son. He's the kid Lex Luthor. He's not adult Lex Luthor. That's the misrepresentation that was advertised in the trailers, was that, he's adult Lex. Well, no, he's kid Lex Luthor. So he's, a lot more diabolical than his dad. So he's trying to live up to his dad's expectations and whatnot, which is really cool. Like, he's trying to outshine his dad, and he really did outshine his dad, whatever his dad did before him. Um, I really enjoyed that. Like, Jesse really did a good job as Lex Luthor, as Kid Lex, which is really nice. Like, that's a rarity. You might not agree with me, but it's true. He did do a good job. What else? Also, the way he was masterminding behind everything and how that all unfolded at the end. That reminded me of Daredevil season 3 with Kingpin, tying everything together. So, that's the only real reference I have to that I can, compare it to. Which one was better? Well, for me, it's a tie. Because now that I have this, new revelation, that Lex was the kid, his son, his father's son, and, Kingpin was Kingpin, I mean, Kingpin edges out ahead just by a hair because, he's the main man. He's behind that shit. Whereas Lex is, working he's working out of his father's shadow. And that's something that's really important. That's never really not glazed on. That's never really explained much. Is that people, they don't explain that he's trying to get out of his dad's shadow and shit. The cast is phenomenal for this. Ben Affleck did a hell of a job as Batman. Even if you didn't like him, he nailed the role good. Henry Cavill, Superman, really fucking good, and Clark Kent. Amy Adams was great. Gal Gadot was phenomenal, even if she had short screen time and whatnot. Let's see. Jeremy Irons is Alfred. God, I love that man. He's so damn good. No matter what role you put him in, he shines through it. Let's see. I don't know. This was good shit. I really am gonna buy this down the road. Because hell, it was a damn good Ultimate Edition. Like, it was perfect. The Ultimate Edition includes half an hour extra footage, which is perfect because it really gives you that full comic book feel of a film. Even though you don't appreciate the extra footage, it's still there and it's good. And it really opens it up. It opens the movie up more, which is good, and I like that. What else? I think that's about it. Like, a lot of my friends don't like this movie, and they like this movie, so it's a split decision on them. Most of them just like, yeah, fuck this movie. But then again, it's like, oh, this is really good. So, with them aside, would I recommend it to you? Well, try it. If you've seen the Ultimate Edition, let me know what you think. I do thrive on feedback. I do want to know how you feel about it. This will probably become one of the underrated gems or underrated cult classics into the future. I know they're rebooting the DC cinematic universe to see what they're going to do with that. I don't know. Another issue they had with this was Batman's body count. Like, why are you so shocked about that? That was funny. I mean, that was really cool. Because, you never expect that out of a character. Because you have somebody who, has a code for so long, and then something came along and broke that code. I'm sure, because I know they had the trilogy for this was canceled. I am positive that they would have explained what made Batman go full on dark. I'm sure of it. Did he get Lois killed? Or was he too late to save her? What happened, And definitely her story when Wonder Woman 84 comes out, will probably tie into more of it, because she said in this, she walked away from mankind for 100 years. Okay, so that was 1918 or 1916, whenever that photo was taken. So I don't know. It's interesting to see, you know, what happens in Wonder Woman 84, that made her lead to not being a part of mankind anymore. And also, she's got that sword right there. So we'll find out the origin of the new sword that she's going to have in Wonder Woman 84, hopefully. So that's all I got to say about this. This is a really damn good flick. 8.2 out of 10 in my book. Can't go wrong with that. It would be a 9 or a solid 10 if it was the Snyder cut, depending on what was on the Snyder cut, because this shit was phenomenal. Like, it's almost a mirror of Watchmen, but not even close to Watchmen's perfection. Yeah. So, I'm going to stop here, and then I'm going to jump into books. So, stay tuned.